Pisces, what's good? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, and I'm here to bring you your September reading. We in Virgo season. I hope everybody is enjoying the Virgo energy in their chart, looking at where it's at and tapping into that and taking advantage of the beautiful energy Virgo brings. This is all about harvest season, right? This is all about taking a look and assessing everything that's been going on, the way we do things, how we do things, breaking things down, building it back up, seeing where we could fix things, seeing where things need to change, seeing where you've been a slave to a situation, or how you may have been too controlling, or in a position where you might have been doing too much with somebody, right? It could be any of that energy right now, but we're going to take a look and see where all the planetary situations are, right, for your chart. This is going to be for Pisces, the sun sign and ascendants, right? They may gravitate to this reading more so, but anybody might. It just depends on you checking it out. But you got Pisces in your chart somewhere, even if you're not a sun sign or ascendant Pisces. So it pays to take a look at what's going on in your Pisces house. So for those of you who are on that level, welcome. And this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's take a look at where these planets are for you. This is, for those of you who don't know and you're not familiar, this is an astrology read, so I'm reading where the planets are. I'm not reading with cards, but I do that on this channel. I got another channel where I do it too. So look in the box below. It's called Many Styles of Tarot if you like tarot readings, but I do some here too. But this channel is mostly about planetary alignments and doing readings off of that. So I do use cards sometime, but in this one, I'm not going to use cards, just so for some of you, I don't want to hear the complaints. It's like, it's say astrology read, right? So there's no cards for those who are upset about it not being any cards. Moving on. Pisces, right now, Neptune is in retrograde in your first house. Now, Neptune is your ruler. Now, when I was looking at this chart that I just drew all the planets in a circle and labeled the circles and things like that. And I labeled some other things, but just looking at where these planets are placed, like for some of you, when I was looking at Neptune retrograde and where it was placed, it made me feel like I needed to come on and make sure I let people know what's up. Check on your Pisces friends and your Pisces family members, please. Some of them are going through some things, right? So if you know somebody who's going through something, or you see that they're not feeling well or they're not doing well, maybe check up on them, Or Pisces, maybe you know somebody and you haven't seen them for a minute. Your intuition is telling you, I need to check up on someone. Or you keep thinking about them, check in on them. See how they're doing, right? Because there's a lot of people who are going through some things right now, right? And some of them are Pisces. A significant of them are Pisces. So, check on your Pisces. But for others of you, you are ascended or going through an ascension process where you're tapping into your higher self. Some of you are so in tune right now, like this is the most in tune you've been in a while, to really being able to pick up on what's going on around you, seeing things for what they truly are, people not being able to pull the wool over your eyes anymore about things, right? For some of you, you could be dealing with some hardcore truths about yourself, that could be going on this month. Now, what I do recommend before I continue is that you check out August reading, right? Because I'm doing this at the beginning of September, but maybe some things that you checked out in the August reading didn't resonate with you at the time that you checked it out. So maybe now you check it out at the end of August, maybe some might resonate with you in a way that it didn't before, So check that out. And then also watch this. After you watch this now, watch it at the end of the month. See if there's any thing that changes. So yeah, I feel like this is what's going on with a lot of you. Some of you, like I said, you're able to see things for what they truly are, and that could have some type of effect on you. Don't allow people who are shitty to you to control your, don't let them change who you are. Because I feel like some of y'all are going through some things with people who may have done you dirty, done you wrong, and you seeing that is hard to deal with. It's like these people have betrayed you. A lot of y'all are seeing that there's some people who are just, a lot of them is your friends, your so-called friends, people that you may have confided in or thought you could trust. But we'll get to that. Your second house here, we got Jupiter in retrograde and Chiron in retrograde. And like, this is the energy of, you know, your level of security versus your level of insecurity. Like, how insecure are you? You know, is it to the point where it stifles your financial stability, where you're not able to go out there and make money because you're worried about, you know, what's going on with other people? Or, you know, what is it, right? Because we know that your second house deals with your money making capabilities. So for some of you, there could be some insecurity there that's holding you back, right? But whatever that insecurity is, it comes out in a very very Aries type of way. So maybe some of you could be too quick to jump into things, you know, without really seeing how it could be damaging to you, right? In some way, shape, or form. Well, Jupiter's in retrograde here, which talks about maybe you did take a risk and it didn't work out. Or maybe you're looking at a situation where with that Aries energy, you wanted to take a risk, but you didn't. And so now you may be looking at, damn, why did I do that? It could be in reference to money-making opportunities, you know, or investing in some way, shape, or form. Some of you may be feeling like the stock market is kicking your ass right now, or some of you are like, damn, I wish I would have got in on that. You know, I wish I would have made some money with that. So, but I do feel like for some of you it's a loss financially because Chiron is here in retrograde as well. So for some of you, that could be it. Some of you could, I don't know, you got to be careful. Maybe there was some head injury, nosebleeds is what I'm getting. Some of you may be getting nosebleeds or having nosebleeds. It could be just because of the planetary placements and how they're affecting you. But your senses are going to be enhanced and heightened. Some people, I feel like, I have to say this, I feel like there's some people who had COVID-19, and I feel like for some of you, your taste buds haven't come back 100%, or your what is it, your smell, it goes and comes a little bit, like it ain't the same since you had COVID. I feel like I had to say that to somebody. But yeah, I feel like there's some unfortunate situation that may have happened with, you know, maybe your sight, or it could be your sight, you know, it affected your sight, or maybe some of you have some type of, I don't know. It could be, it could be, you know, what you're eating and what's in the food. You know, there could be something that could be going on physically, maybe in your head, your nose, your throat, your mouth. So I feel like for some of you, you know, that's a common symptom a lot of people had with COVID. They lost their taste and they lost their sense of smell, but it came back. But for some people, it didn't come back 100%. And I feel like some of you are realizing that. I just had to put that out there. But your second house basically is, you know, how you feel about yourself and how you going about making sure that, you know, you don't allow people to take advantage of you, or you know what I mean? You could be the aggressive one on people as well. Maybe you, I don't know, some of you may have been bullies. This could be why for some of you, there's some energy that's coming back on you. Well, you know, when we were talking about your first house, some of you, like I said, you're ascending to your highest self. You know, you're stepping away from negative energy and negative vibes. But there's also people who are transcending and going to the dark side, you know, and people switch up. Sometimes they go into their dark energy and they chill there for a minute and they come out of it and they go into the light energy. And then some people go into the dark energy and they never come out of it. It just is what it is. But for some of you, you got people, some of y'all are actually going into y'all dark side, or some of y'all are in the dark side and you coming out of it. So either way, it's you know, there's a lot of tumultuous situations going down. And it's because some people have anger issues and they have a problem dealing with it. So I see people, you know, trying to figure out what to do with that. Some people could be going to therapy. All right, but your third house, we got Taurus there. Or you could know somebody who's doing this. Your third house, we got Uranus here. This is where the North Node is at. So this is about your views, your ideas, your lifestyle, how you express yourself, like your friends, how you socialize. And it's in a very touristy way. Like you like to be around people who are cool, collective. You don't like a lot of drama, a lot of stress, you know, but you like the finer things in life. So you like to hang around people who make money and who got money. But you may be in a situation here where somebody you know Like you may have a clique of friends and y'all, you're about that money. Somebody may lose money, or you may be in a situation where you may lose money in the stock market. So be careful with your investments. I sense that could be the case for some of y'all. Other than that, some of y'all may connect with some friends that might introduce you to some ways to make some money. So I would definitely connect with different people. But also be careful that you don't get yourself in a situation here. I see energy of someone trying to rob someone, or someone, being robbed. It could be in reference to who you hang out with in a different, if you're going into seedy environments, be careful, right? Be careful when you're around a lot of people. You might lose some money, or you know what I'm saying? Something unexpected could happen with your money situation. All right, be careful. We don't have nothing going on in Gemini, which is your 4th house. Nothing going on in your 5th house of Cancer. Nothing going on in the 6th house of Virgo, Leo, but we do got Venus and Virgo for you in the house of partnerships, your 7th house. So the way you, balance the scales in your relationships, because Libra, your 7th house, to me, is the energy of how you relate to people, and it's the energy of the balance that you create between people, and it's the way that you socialize with them to create that connection. And I feel like, the way you do it is you're very particular about who you hang out with this Virgo energy here. You're very particular about who you hang out with. With Venus here, I feel like you're feeling yourself right now. Pisces, for some of y'all feeling yourself. Like you really are. Some of y'all think y'all the shit. I hope it ain't some of y'all that's on some dark shit. Because I feel like it is. For some of y'all think y'all the shit. Very materialistic. You could be very attractive. So you got a lot of people coming at you. Now some of y'all ain't conceited, but some of y'all are. And I ain't mad at you. But some of y'all think y'all the shit. Alright, it's okay. But for others of you who are a little bit more modest, you are noticing a lot more attraction. People looking at you, or you might catch some more numbers, or you may just be feeling like you want to connect with people. So some of you might be going out more. Some of you may be meeting people on your way to and from work events. Some of you need to be careful about messing around with people you work with. You may have people that you work with who find you attractive, right? Or people, could be valuing you for what you bring to the table. Like they look at you as somebody who, you do what you can. Be careful not to be too overindulging in relationships either. Like, Virgo has a negative connotation of being, a slave energy, right? When it's in a negative form. When you look at Virgo energy in a negative form, it's like a slave master type relationship. So you have to be careful that you don't, be in relationships and you're not connecting with people who are taking advantage of what you give. Because Virgo's an energy of service, right? Of servitude. And when we think of servitude in a negative sense, sometimes it is associated with slavery. So just be careful you're not a slave to no one, right? Be careful not to be letting people tie you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do it. Don't be into that. Some people may feel the urge to do that though, right? You do what you feel you need to do, but just make sure you're safe. I feel like with Neptune, your opposing house with your 1st house, Neptune in retrograde, some of you could be dealing with someone who they could appear to be one way, but they on some other shit. So some of y'all just need to be careful who you meeting. Be careful who you going home with. Be careful who you jumping into bed with real quick. Really take the time to get to know someone, and don't be going to people's houses you just met. All right, this energy is no joke out here. Your 8th house energy, you got Libra here, and this is where Mercury's in retrograde. So this has a lot to do with some changes that you've been through in the past. You're going to be looking back at that in reference to your Libra energy, the relationships you've established. So for you, it's all about how you value yourself. You may be looking back at maybe in relationships where you didn't value yourself, or someone didn't value you or appreciate you. Also, I feel like there's money-making opportunities here for you, okay, with this Venus and Virgo, Mercury and Libra energy here going on with your 7th and 8th house. It's time for you to mingle. But be careful that you're not dealing with people who are trying to use you, right? You may have a lot of people coming towards you, want to do business with you, want to connect with you because of where you at and what you're doing. You need to be careful because some of these people are just trying to rob you. I'm going to need you to know this, Pisces. Okay? And if it's not you doing this or being subjected to this, for some of y'all Pisces, y'all out here doing this. Y'all setting people up, scheming, what have you. You could be a Pisces who's not doing this, but you might know a Pisces who get down like that. Pisces are there's not too many Pisces who, how can I say it? You either got the good ones or you got the not so good ones, and that's with every sign. But when it comes to Pisces, you got them hustlers, them grimy hustlers. They'll do whatever, male or female. They are very materialistic. They about that dough. You know what I'm saying? They'll do whatever they need to do. Then you got the ones that are high vibing. They don't even attach to. They're not attached to none of that materialistic shit. They're not attached to anything. They just in their higher frequency. Then you got the ones that there's a lot of different Pisces, but there's two to me. You're either in your higher self, like especially with Neptune there in your first house. You're somewhere in between in that gray. So for some of y'all on some bullshit. For others of y'all trying to get away from that bullshit. You may have people around you that you realize are not your friends, that are, just using you. Some of you may realize that. You may have been in relationships where people were using you. And with that Mercury in retrograde in Libra, you could be thinking back to you being in a situation where that was going on, or there could be a situation that you're experiencing that's making you think about somebody who at one point you was in a relationship like that with. Now with your 9th house, but for some of you, this could be have a lot to do with things coming out online and in the media. So be careful what you say online. Okay? Or some of you, in some way, shape, or form, somebody it could be things said about this person online. Or this could have been a situation that happened to you in the past where there was some bullshit. You was involved in some bullshit that went on online, on social media. All right, but your 9th house here is your house of your higher self, and we have, you in a scorpionic type of way. This is how you handle it, or how this energy manifests in your life. So this is also where the South node is. So these are energies you've already mastered, and with it being in your 9th house, this is wisdom you've already acquired. So some of you know how to maneuver and move when it comes to doing whatever it is. That's that, this that past life energy. Like I said, for some of y'all, they on their dark side. Y'all in your dark side. And so y'all know how to maneuver and how to slip around. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all on some bullshit. Y'all better be careful y'all don't get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody don't get hurt. Now, your 10th house here, we have Sag here. There's nothing going on there. But your 11th house, this is the house of your social life. Okay? Look at what's going on here. All right? This is all about the way that you come off as far as when you socialize with your friends. You come off as like Capricornian in nature. So you somebody who could be very flashy. You could like to spend a lot of money. You could be about money. It could be all about money with you. Who got the nicest shit. It don't have to be that, but these could be some of the things that these are the way people see you, or this is how you are when you're with your group of friends, right? But with Pluto in retrograde here, maybe you stop being like that. Maybe you ain't flashy like that no more. Maybe you like to wear the nice diamond chains, or a particular fancy or expensive type of attire, right? And you could afford it. And so maybe right now you could be going things where you're not able to afford it. Or you could be seeing people around you losing money. It could be that, you socialize with people who get money illegally. And the money could be slowing up. Whatever it was that was going on, that could be slowing up. Things could be coming back to bite people in the ass. I feel like old things that maybe people got away with could be coming back. Like old skeletons for some of your friends. So some of you, don't be surprised if you hear something about somebody where this person may have been involved in some type of criminal activity. It might come out in the news. Or if this is you, there could be something that might be exposed in reference to a white collar crime. somebody could have been taking advantage of the system. Like, I feel like Medicaid or you know, like that type of thing. Medicaid fraud, SNAP fraud, that type of thing. So some of you may hear that about somebody. It could be that or anything, but that's what came to me here. Yeah, I feel like for somebody there's an energy here of somebody getting caught out there in reference to that, or somebody's friend telling on them about that, ratting to people, telling people. Why did I say ratting to people? I don't even talk like that, ratting to people. But that's what I feel like this person is doing, because that came out. I don't even use that word like that. But somebody's out here ratting to people about what somebody else is doing, or somebody is doing something illegally to make money with the government, some type of illegal government shit. Some of you got friends who are doing this, or some of you are in a group of people who do this. This could be what it is that you do on the low to make your money. Like I said, for some of you, you know, you're going through your higher ascension. And some of you, you know, you're tapping into your darker side, where you're tapping into illegal markets and things like that. And if you're not doing it, you know somebody who is. But some of y'all are definitely doing that. Some of you, I get something about starting a business. Some of you could be trying to start a business right now with a group of friends. And there could be some type of holdup. Somebody could be in court in reference to a family member who, or with a family member, or have a friend who's going through some situations with an estate. Like your home girl, for example, her family could be going through a messy feud because her father died, and you know, now they're trying to figure out how to handle his estate. And it could be, you know, family members at each other's throats, and she could be telling you this about it, or your homeboy could be telling you he's going through this, or a coworker could be telling you this, something like that. But I feel like for some of y'all, you may notice that some people could be going to court or dealing with some court issues. Some things that they were doing, undercover stuff, is coming to light. Could be in the news or could be online. But with your 12th house here, this is the house of your dreams. You got Saturn here in retrograde, that's going direct in October too. Okay, but it comes off in a very Aquarian way. So this is like forward movement for you, how you mature, you know, long-term stability. This is your dreams and your hopes. And so Saturn here in your 12th house, like subconsciously, this is karmic here. I feel like when you go in your dream state, you're settling a karmic debt in your dream state. And it may have a lot to do with what you're doing in this lifetime. So your dreams could be very telling, because right now you're experiencing some type of karmic situation. And this is not just a karmic situation that you're in right now, but it, of course, naturally, it's one that you were in your past life. So some of you are repeating some type of karmic cycle here. All right, whether you're, you know, going to your higher self or whether you're not. A lot of you are repeating a karmic cycle, or you're wrapping up a cycle that you've already repeated, not in this life, but also, not only in this life, but also in your past life. So this is something that could be very difficult for you to deal with. And your Chiron, yeah, because this is in your second house. It's hard for you to get over something or get past something. But if it's not you, again, it's somebody else. But you know, this is just the energy of someone going through a transformation. They're going to have to decide what it is that they want in life. And they're going to have to figure out how to go about getting it, or taking the steps that they need to take to get it. Some people may be feeling like they don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to keep it 100. And hopefully if you recognize the signs and symptoms of someone that you love who's going through that, you reach out to them. That's why I said reach out to your Pisces friends, reach out to your Pisces family. I need to I can't reiterate that enough. Some of them are going through some things. Some of you are doing really well, though, as on the flip side of things. Some of you are like I said, being introduced to people where you may make some money moves with. Some of you may run into somebody, or you have a friend that may introduce you to a friend who may know somebody who you might be able to make some money with. All right, so just keep your eyes open for those opportunities. Okay, but that's what I got for you guys for the month of September. All right, representing Virgo season. So I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and If you need a reading, my information is in the box below. Also, check out my other channel, Mini Styles of Tarot. The link is in the box below for that. I'll be posting over there once I'm done with these, right? So make sure if you like the God and Goddess readings that I've posted in the past, they are now over on that other channel. So make sure you check that out. Again, the link's in the box below. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Later, Pisces.